Hello everyone, myself Sai Prasad, lecturer in Ahmedabad High School and the Junior College. Welcome to a series of the lectures of Intermediate Second Year Maths B. We started a discussion with all the conic sections, right? Fine. What all we learned in the conic section? Circles, parabola, ellipse, right? What did we learn in circles? A circle is a locus of a point which is fixed. Okay, which has a fixed distance from a fixed point. What is that fixed point? Center. What is that fixed distance? Radius. Right? That is a basic definition we know about a circle. So what about this parabola? Parabola is also having some kind of fixed distance, fixed point. Okay, so we know that SP by PM is 1, which is nothing but our eccentricity. Right? See here. Eccentricity is 1 for parabola, right? Eccentricity is less than 1 for ellipse. What if eccentricity is greater than 1? Such a conic section is called as hyperbola. Okay, just you'll have a kind of simple thing is, for parabola it will be something like this. Okay, for ellipse it will go and end somewhere. Okay, whereas a simple hyperbola will never end, it will go somewhere like this. That's why the eccentricity SP by this PM, okay, which is always greater than 1. Okay, that's why the reason these hyperbola will never end. Okay, fine. So we are going to start a new chapter, that is hyperbola. How the shape will be? Obviously there is a one side hyperbola. It will be kind of this. Okay, same. This is one axis. This is x axis. Okay, same as ellipse. It will also have two foci, one vertex. And this can be you will have a few terminology there, we'll discuss again. Okay, and whatever we discuss about a simple ellipse, you will have the same story for throughout the hyperbola. Okay, so what is the difference between ellipse and hyperbola is, we derived ellipse, right? What was the standard equation of ellipse? X square by a square plus y square by b square is equal to 1. Okay, so just instead of this plus, you'll have minus. This is the standard equation of hyperbola. Okay, what was b square there? That was a square into 1 minus e square, isn't it? That was the actual b square for this ellipse. Okay, so what I'll do is, instead of writing it as a square into 1 minus a square, just I'll take minus as common and I'll write e square minus 1. Okay, now let us put this minus here. So this is nothing but my hyperbola. So simply, it is simple to remember. The hyperbola standard equation is x square by a square minus y square by b square equal to 1, whereas b square is a square into e square minus 1. Right? How the eccentricity is always greater than 1. Fine? And remaining all other things are same. Whatever we had for our ellipse, same as directrices, two foci. Okay? Their vertices. Okay, and similarly SP by PM, SP by PM, everything is same, will not have anything extra. Okay, but the main thing here is we'll have the value of eccentricity separately. Okay, if you want you can just solve here. What do I get? E square minus 1 is equal to b square by a square, e square is equal to b square by a square plus 1, e square is equal, just take the LCM. This will be like b square by a square by a square. E is under root a square plus b square by a square. This is my eccentricity formula. Okay, there is the only difference between hyperbola and ellipse ka formulas. Remaining all other stories come. Is it fine? You do understand? Fine. So what all we are going to learn in this chapter is same as the previous chapters. We'll start with the basics of how do we find the equation of hyperbola. Then we'll find all the parameters like focus, vertices and all those things. Right? Later we'll do few problems of tangents and normals, then parametric equations. Clear? And few more extra questions. Okay? Shall we start doing problems of hyperbola? Let's do. Look at the first question here. He gave one focus of hyperbola is 1 comma minus 3. How many foci do we have for hyperbola? 2. So he gave one focus. And the next directrix is given as y equal to 2. And eccentricity is given as 3 by 2. First, by seeing the eccentricity itself, we can tell whether it is hyperbola or ellipse. Eccentricity is 3 by 2. What does it mean? Which is 1.5 obviously is greater than 1. So we can clearly tell that there is eccentricity of a hyperbola. Okay. What is eccentricity? It is nothing but SP by PM. Right. So just we'll put it as SP by PM equal to E and simplify. What is P? P is a point on a hyperbola. Let P of x comma y be a point on hyperbola. Okay. So what is the thing given? Focus is given 1 comma minus 3. Okay. And directrix is given as y equal to 2. That is nothing but if this is a directrix, if this is a ellipse, I mean hyperbola, then SP by PM, it is nothing but E. So SP by PM is equal to E. What is SP? The distance from the point P to focus. That is x minus 1 whole square plus y plus 3 whole square under root by what is PM? PM is nothing but the perpendicular distance from this point to this equation. So let me write this PM this side because it already have a denominator. So let us write it as E into what is PM? This point to this equation y minus 2 equal to 0. Okay, that is under root y minus 2 by under root 1 square. There is no x coefficient. Is it? Fine. Now what is E? E is nothing but 3 by 2. Let us square it on both sides. Fine. If I square on both sides, I will be left with x minus 1 whole square plus y plus 3 whole square is equal to 9 by 4 into y minus 2 whole square. Is it? No more confusions, right? So just simplify it, you will get an equation in terms of x and y. Is it? Okay. Just see here. X square plus 1 minus 2x, here y square plus 9 plus 6y is equal to 9 by 4 into y square plus 4 minus 4y. Right? Now check whether we can cancel something. No, right? X square plus y square minus 2x plus 6y plus 10 is equal to 9 by 4 into y square minus 4y plus 4. Now let us cross multiply and simplify. Okay. So what do we get here? 4x square plus 4y square minus 4 2s are 8x plus 4 6 are 24y plus 4 10s are 40. That is equal to 9y square minus 9 4s are 36y plus 9 4s are 36. Right? Now let us bring all the terms to one side. Then 4x square, 4 minus 9 is minus 5y square minus 8x, here 24 plus 36, that is nothing but 60y plus 4 is equal to 0. This is the equation of hyperbola. Is it? So one more thing you can observe here is you will have the coefficient of y square is always negative. Okay, the main thing we did is sp by pm is equal to e, then we just cross multiply, squared, simplified, we got the answer. Is it? Fine. This is how we'll solve this basic thing. Shall we move on to the next problem? Let's do. Look at the next question here. He is asking us to find center, foci, eccentricity, equations of directrices, lengths of lattice rectum of this hyperbola. The same thing whatever we did in our ellipse, we are going to repeat the same thing. Okay. First step, what is the thing? We are going to convert this hyperbola into the standard form. Right? How do we do that? Let us first divide it by 144. 144 minus 9x square by 144 is equal to 144 by 144. Right? This is what we will do. So 16 ones are 16, 9s are 9, 1s are 9, 16. Obviously this is y square by 9 minus x square by 16 equal to 1. Right? Do we have x square first or y square first? Obviously x square coefficient should be positive. That is x square by 16 minus y square by 9 is equal to minus 1. So how does this hyperbola look? This will be in the kind of this. Right? Only the same thing. This axis will turn to this and this axis will turn to this. Right? Fine. So what is a square here? A square is 16, b square is 9. Then all other terms as it is. We used to have a type 2 of ellipse. Okay. Now just tell me what is center. Center is obviously 0, 0. You need not tell that also. Next. Foci 0, plus or minus b. Right. So we need eccentricity ka term. Eccentricity is under root a square plus b square by b square. Fine. Just substitute in that. What is a square? 16 plus 9 by 9, that is 25 by 9 under root, that is 5 by 3. Okay, we got eccentricity. Now just tell me the numerator is greater than denominator. Obviously it is greater than 1. Right? So it is the eccentricity of hyperbola. We'll substitute in this plus or minus. What is b? b is 3, e is 5 by 3. So this is 0, plus or minus 5. Is it okay? Fine. This is foci, this is eccentricity. Then what about equations of directrices? Tell me. These are parallel to x. So y is equal to plus or minus b by e. Right? So directrices are y is equal to plus or minus b by e. Y is equal to plus or minus. What is b? 3. What is e? 5 by 3. So equation are plus or minus 9 by 5. Next, length of lattice rectum. That was actually 2b square by a if it is our standard thing. Now it is 2a square by b. Length of lattice rectum is 2a square by b. That is 2 into a square is 16 by b is 3. That is 32 by 3. Clear? Is it okay? So there is also the basic thing. There is nothing to worry. The main thing is converting, then remembering the formulas. Is it fine? So shall we move on to the next problem? Let's do. So what is the type of equation we solved till now? The first one was x square by a square plus y square by b square is equal to 1. This is one type of hyperbola. What was the other? X square by a square plus y square by b square is equal to minus 1. Right? So this type of hyperbola for this is called as conjugate hyperbola. Okay? So just tell me what is eccentricity for this. Let us say the eccentricity for normal hyperbola is under root of a square plus b square by a square. Okay, what about the eccentricity of this? Here the eccentricity is, let us say E1, that is a square plus b square by b square. Is it okay? So let us find the relationship between these both. Is it fine? What is the thing we know here? A square plus b square, a square plus b square is common here. So let us square it on both sides. First one ka square, what do we get? E square is equal to a square plus b square by a square. Either E1 square is equal to a square plus b square by b square. Is it right? So now let us do reciprocal of this. 1 by e square is equal to a square by a square plus b square. Here 1 by e1 square is equal to b square by a square plus b square. Now let us add these both. What do we get? 1 by e square plus 1 by e1 square is equal to a square by a square plus b square. Here b square by a square plus b square. Can I take a square plus b square as common? If I take a square plus b square as common, I will get a square here, b square here. I will get the answer as 1. That is 1 by e square plus 1 by e1 square is equal to 1. This is the relationship between the eccentricities of hyperbola and its conjugate hyperbola. Right? What if I give eccentricity of one hyperbola? There is one question. Eccentricity of hyperbola is 5 by 4. Find the eccentricity of its conjugate hyperbola. Okay, then let us substitute this 5 by 4 here. 1 by 5 by 4 whole square plus 1 by e1 square is equal to 1. Then cross multiply, reciprocal it. 16 by 25 plus 1 by e1 square is equal to 1. Let us send this 16 by 25 that side. That is 1 by e1 square is equal to 1 minus 16 by 25. LCM is 25. 25 minus 16, which is 9 by 25. 1 by e1 square is 9 by 25. e1 square is 25 by 9. e1 is 5 by 3. Is it right? Did you understand? This is a simple concept and this derivation is important and this kind of problem is very important. Is it okay? Is it fine? Fine. What all we learned today? Just we had a basic introduction about what is hyperbola. Then we did how do we form a hyperbola. Then we did few questions of how do we get all the parameters from hyperbolic equation. Right? Then we learned this kind of problems also. Okay. In the next session we will discuss mostly about the tangents and normals of hyperbola. Okay. Fine. This is for today. Let us meet in the next session with the more problems of hyperbola. Thank you.